Hi guys, in this tutorial we're going to go further with learning CSS grid. So let's actually go back to the HTML file and let's add another sections here. We'll add another 4 section. We'll call this section 5. Let's take it back to 4, 5 and 6. So let me delete these other ones here. So let me actually style those 2 sections that were added. Section 5 and 6. So let me change the background. Let me change the background of this one as well to something like that. So now, as you can see, this is what we get. So we can add a property called grid column. Inside this grid column, we can specify how many columns we want this section to take up, or where we can start adding this section from and where we want this section to end. So as you can see, section 1 is this box right here. It starts from column 1, which is here, and it ends on column 2, which is here. And this one, this purple one or pink one, starts from column 2 and ends at column 3. This one starts at column 3, ends at column 4. And so we can specify where we want this section to start and where it should end. So we can say we want it to start at column 1. If we leave it as that and save this, it's going to do the exact same thing. So this section right here is going to start at column 1 and end at column 2 by default. But we can specify where we want this column to end. Now it starts at column 1, but by default it ends at column 2. So we can do a / and say 2, and that will do the exact same thing. We want it to start at column 1 and end at column 2. Now we can say 3. We want it to start at column 1, but we want it to end at column 3. So now, as you can see, it stretches, right? Now it starts at column 1 and ends at column 3. Right, that's what we can do. So let's do the exact same thing to these other columns. Or before that, let's add a property called grid row. This is the exact same thing. Where you want this section to start at which row we want this section to start and where we want it to end. So we can say we want this section to start at row 1 and we want it to end at row 2. This will do the exact same thing. But we can also say we want it to end at row 3. So it's going to go down, as you can see. So it starts at row 1, which is here. Then it spans 2 columns. So it starts at column 1 and ends at column 3, which is at row 3, I mean. So it's row 1, 2, then it ends at row 3. But let's actually take this back because it looks ugly. There we go. So now we can go further and add the properties on each section right there with columns. So we want this one to start column 2, or we can leave them because they actually look nice by default right here. They look nice. So we can check this one. We can say we want this one to go down to start at row 1 and end at row 3, which is right here. So let's actually do that. We can say we want this one to go grid row. We want it to start at row 1 and end at row 3. Now it starts there, which is row 1, 2 and 3. As you can see, this one looks nice now. So we can actually say, let's actually take this one and we want it to end right here at the end here. So we can do that. We can say 4. We want it to end at row 4, so it takes up all the space. Perfect. So that's how you can use the grid row and the grade column.